This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Monday, the 21st day of August in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Caribbean Airlines flights across its network remain severely affected today, even after the industrial court in Trinidad and Tobago ordered the airline's pilots back to work. As of this afternoon, several flights remain cancelled, while others were updated to the delayed status. The airline admitted today that Sunday's widespread cancellations and today's ongoing disruptions were caused by a high volume of sick-out calls by the pilots. The airline today started to work on recovery flights for stranded passengers at a number of airports across the region. Charter flights were hired to assist in getting stranded passengers home as the airline started to look at a recovery from the travel blues. Many of the special chartered flights are expected to be active by tonight. The situation has caused a major headache for the Trinidad and Tobago-based airline. Early this morning, the industrial court in Trinidad granted an injunction on behalf of the airline's management ordering the pilots to return to work. The union, which represents the pilots, made it clear early that the sick-out by the pilots was not planned or endorsed by the union. The action by the dozens of pilots completely crippled the airline's operations on Sunday, forcing the cancellations of over 25 flights. More news coming up in a moment.
It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say. But now that it's here, it will change life forever. And it is here to stay. The future is now. Transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fiber. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fiber is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.
Oh my lord. I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup.
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
Having your own car means peace of mind.
Having your own car means comfort and convenience.
Having your own car means freedom to get there on your own time.
It's Deal on Wheels at Republic Bank. It's time to get that new vehicle or upgrade to a better one with Republic. Super low rates and low down payment. Up to 8 years to repay and great prizes. Come in to Republic Bank today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Guyana, the International Building Expo is back. The advances made in the housing, construction, and infrastructure sector is everyone's business. Come down to the Guyana National Stadium from Thursday, August 24th through Sunday, August 27th and get a glimpse of the latest in building techniques. Interact with service providers in the sector and financial institutions. Make it a family affair and bring the kids too. Enjoy free entry during our grand opening night on August 24th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Admission fee applies after 8 p.m. Gates open at 11 a.m. daily from August 25th to 27th. Admission easy. Adults $500 and kids under 12 free.
I love this place. You are in it. Oh no, welcome to Building Expo.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that my crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
Are you looking for the best high school education at affordable fees? Then register your child today at the VYC Academy. Now enrolling grades 7, 8, and 9 students for the 2023-2024 academic year. VYC Academy, achieving academic excellence. For more information, call us on 227-1013 or WhatsApp us at 613-4806.
Strong and solid in countries far and wide. New India Assurance, we're standing by your side. Golden service, half a century and more. New India Assurance, our policies are secure. From the heart of India, we serve these islands. The strength that you can trust, you're safe when you come to
New India Assurance Company. Assurance when you need it most.
For your home, motor or business insurance, visit New India Guyana office, 58 Brickdam next to Star Computers. Telephone 2260-415-7. Comfortable parking available.
Confronted by an alarming increase in gun-related crimes, local law enforcement agencies will be intensifying their campaign to rid the streets of illegal firearms. In a recent interview with News Source, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben said the police force has seized a number of firearms in recent weeks. News Source understands that in Division 4A alone, which covers Georgetown, 22 firearms were seized since the start of the year. Minister Ben said in addition to conducting random searches, the police force is continuously receiving intelligence on illegal weapons, including those coming through the country's porous borders.
So there's quite a bit of work on being done now to identify persons who may have illegal firearms. Over the past 2 weeks, there have been a number of illegal firearms seized by the police and by the Kanu.
Ben said the force is also tracking the source of those guns. Based on the evidence before the police, the guns are coming through Venezuela and Brazil mostly.
We are aware that most of the guns which are discovered are of manufacture in the United States of America. There are a few which are filtering through from Venezuela and perhaps Brazil.
And citing a recent murder-suicide case involving a licensed firearm holder, the Home Affairs Minister said his ministry will also be clamping down on the demand for gun license.
We are working hard to prevent or to moderate the demand for firearms. We are surprised from an earlier period that firearms were issued, and we are not sure of the proper credentials of those persons who received those firearms.
According to the Home Affairs Minister, a review is being done to assess the manner in which licenses were issued under the previous government. He wants to also push for some legislative changes to better guide the licensing process.
So that's what we're doing in terms of the overall strategy. We have a team which has been working in respect of the overall question of firearms use, tracking, and also in respect to training for persons who are legally qualified, who have a firearms license. We want them to be trained. And we're looking at issues of legislation to bring about that in a more formal way.
But even as the Minister of Home Affairs expressed concern about the manner in which licenses were issued under the APNU-AFC, he declined to disclose the number of firearm licenses that have been issued under his watch. Former Minister of Public Security under the APNU-AFC, Commemorating, recently explained that with the exception of the period March to August 2020, all other gun licenses were issued based on approval granted by the Divisional Commanders, Commissioner of Police, and the Firearms Licensing Board in accordance with the law.
39 firearm licenses were granted without the board's approval, but with the Commissioner and the Commanders' approval. The board was afraid to meet because of that small room that they used to meet downstairs. They were scared of the COVID from that period, right? And 39 firearms, as far as I know, were granted. 39 without the Firearms License Board.
Mr. Ramjatan also believes the system needs to be better administered and managed. One of the students who was critically injured in that Madia school dorm fire, which claimed the lives of 20 children back in May, has been released from the Staten Island University Hospital in the U.S. after undergoing 3 months of special medical care. The young girl, Marisa Williams, was air dashed to the U.S. back in May after surviving the dorm fire and receiving initial emergency care at the Georgetown Hospital. In the U.S., she underwent a number of surgeries, skin grafts, physical rehabilitation, and grief counseling, all a part of her recovery. She was discharged from the hospital today. The teenager suffered second and third degree burns to her back, legs, and arms.
Everything worked like clockwork. And Marisa has to be very lucky that all of these just fit into place exactly as, even if we had planned it, it would not have been this perfect.
Her parents, Marlene and Max Williams, who also traveled to the U.S. with her, offered thanks to the medical teams in both Guyana and the U.S. that played a role in saving their daughter's life and ensuring her rehabilitation. The 200th anniversary of the 1823 Demerara slavery revolt was commemorated over the weekend with a number of activities. In Georgetown, a special ceremony and cultural show were hosted at the 1823 monument site at the Kitty Seawall. At the event, the president, Irfanali, said the revolt formed part of centuries of heroic resistance and rebellions against the atrocities of colonial rule.
We gather here today to commemorate the sacrifices of those slaughtered during the Demerara Revolt of 1823. The callous, cruel, cold-blooded killings of enslaved Africans and the subsequent hangings and beheadings that followed the revolt stand as haunting reminders of the depths of inhumanity that confronted our African ancestors.
The Demerara Revolt, the largest in the country's history, started at Success on the 18th of August 1823 and quickly spread across the east coast of Demerara before coming to an end on the 23rd of August. Quoting Guyanese historian Dr. Winston McGowan, President Ali said the slaves at the time demonstrated great restraint, self-control, and humanness, explaining that despite having the opportunity to kill most of the white personnel during the first 2 days of the revolt, they chose to keep them alive, particularly in those situations they faced no resistance.
This restraint, however, attracted a swift, brutal, and excessively deadly response from the colonial authorities. Martial law was declared. A formidable military force was assembled and unleashed upon those involved in the revolt. The revolt turned into a bloodbath. A massacre unfolded at Bachelor's Adventure, where the mostly defenseless Africans were ruthlessly gunned down. More than 200 Africans were slaughtered.
And the president said the 1823 monument stands as a daily reminder of the sacrifices made by ancestors. He said as the nation commemorates the bicentennial of one of the darkest, bloodiest events in the quest for freedom, Guyanese must be resolute in ensuring that democracy is upheld.
The protection and preservation of democracy must be a shield to safeguard our nation's freedom. Democracy is a vessel through which the voice of the people finds expression. The seeds of freedom flourish in the fertile soils of democracy, nurtured by respect for human rights and civil liberties. In turn, the tree of freedom provides shade to democracy, supporting an environment in which diverse perspectives can thrive. Dissent can be voiced without fear, and the people's choices are respected.
A new plaque was unveiled at the monument along with a commemorative coin and stamp. The University of Guyana also hosted various events.
Your health, safety, and security are paramount. In 2023, $2 billion is being invested to expand the Safe Country initiative to Regions 3 and 6 and is geared towards improving the detection of criminal activities with the use of ICT solutions. Funds earned from oil production are supporting initiatives such as these to bolster the crime-fighting efforts of the Guyana Police Force through the provision and installation of intelligent video surveillance sites.
Traveling soon? Then come into John Lewis Styles on Waterloo Street and let's help you choose the right set of luggage. You can choose to buy 3-piece luggage sets, or separate pieces, but the sets are always a better deal. Either available in soft poly, or ABS hard side material, with 4-wheeled spinners, and in many colors too. Also available are carry-on luggage, computer bags, duffel bags, backpacks, travel pillows, blankets and lots more to make your trip enjoyable. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Guyana, the International Building Expo is back. The advances made in the housing, construction, and infrastructure sector is everyone's business. Come down to the Guyana National Stadium from Thursday, August 24th through Sunday, August 27th and get a glimpse of the latest in building techniques. Interact with service providers in the sector and financial institutions. Make it a family affair and bring the kids too. Enjoy free entry during our grand opening night on August 24th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Admission fee applies after 8 p.m. Gates open at 11 a.m. daily from August 25th to 27th. Admission easy. Adults $500 and kids under 12 free.
I love this place. Guyana. Oh no, welcome to Building Expo.
Having your own car means peace of mind.
Having your own car means comfort and convenience.
Having your own car means freedom to get there on your own time.
It's Deal on Wheels at Republic Bank. It's time to get that new vehicle or upgrade to a better one with Republic. Super low rates and low down payment. Up to 8 years to repay and great prizes. Come in to Republic Bank today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
A post-mortem examination was this morning conducted on the body of 19-year-old Melinda Newenkirk by government pathologist Dr. Nihal Singh. In his report, Dr. Singh gave the cause of death as compression injury to the neck, consistent with hanging, according to the police. The post-mortem examination also found no other marks on the woman's body, the police said. The young woman's body was found in her Lusignan apartment early last Friday morning. Family members have been calling for a full investigation of the death since they remain unconvinced that she may have taken her own life. The Guyana Police Force said the body has been handed over to the family for burial. The young woman's mother and grandmother identified the body just before the post-mortem examination was conducted. Before her death, the teen told friends that she had ended a relationship with a 36-year-old man. Her friends said she often complained of the man issuing threats against her. Hours before her body was found in her apartment, the same man was captured on surveillance video recordings leaving her apartment. Still on the police blotter, just 2 days after he was reported missing by his family, the police on Saturday discovered the body of 34-year-old Avril Adamson Pedro. The body was found in a clump of bushes at Sue's Dyke on the east bank of the Marara. According to the police, the body was found by a fisherman who was heading to the backlands at Sue's Dyke. The police said investigators examined the body for marks of violence, but none was seen. A black wallet containing the dead man's national ID card and a bank card were found in the right side front pants pocket. A Samsung phone was also found near to his body. Investigations are ongoing tonight. Police investigators are probing the murder of 29-year-old West Bank Demerara driver Bharat Gendalal. The Canal No. 2 man was stabbed to the chest on Saturday evening when a group of masked men attacked him in his own yard. The motive behind the attack remains unknown. The police statement indicated that moments before Gendalal was stabbed to death, he was attacked by a man just outside of his yard, and he left to go inside. The man left the area after punching him. It was just after that incident that the 5 men approached him and appeared in his yard, masked up. The police said the injured 29-year-old was rushed to the West Marara Hospital, where he died while receiving treatment. Other persons in the area who witnessed the attack have been contacted by the police and have provided statements about the attack.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyana is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyana's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyana has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? You know, I just pay my bills using MMG, you know?
Yes, Jack. And the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
No. The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait. I could make a claim too?
Oh, no, man. Jack. You didn't know that? Yes. All self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor of the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall in the region. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves says the service offered to St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the Turks and Caicos-based Inter-Caribbean Airways is absolutely terrible, and that he's awaiting documents related to new LIAT. Over the past months, Inter-Caribbean passengers have been complaining about long delays, resulting in some passengers missing international connections. In some instances, Inter-Caribbean Airways passengers have had to shell out thousands of dollars to buy new tickets for their international connections because of the late or non-operation of the airline's flights. Speaking on the radio program Issue at Hand, Prime Minister Gonsalves said he was awaiting a document from the Barbados-based Caribbean Development Bank for a new LIAT. LIAT Limited, whose main shareholders are the governments of Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, entered into administration in July 2020 following increased debt and the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. Luisa Gonzalez is leading in Ecuador's presidential election, overshadowed by the assassination of one of the candidates. With nearly 80% of the votes counted, electoral officials say she has 33%, while her closest rival Daniel Noboa, a businessman, is on 24%. The top two candidates will now go into runoff on October 15. The poll was combined with a referendum in which voters chose to end oil drilling in the Amazon. The decision, supported by nearly 60% of those who voted, means the state-owned oil company will have to stop its operation in a block of Yasuni National Park, one of the world's largest biodiversity hotspots. And finally tonight, international news. A flagship Russian long-range bomber has been destroyed in a Ukrainian drone strike, according to reports. Images posted on social media and analyzed by BBC Verify show a Tu-22 on fire at Salt Sea 2 Air Base south of St. Petersburg. Moscow said that a drone was hit by small arms fire but managed to damage a plane. Ukraine has not commented. The Tu-22 can travel at twice the speed of sound and has been used extensively by Russia to attack cities in Ukraine. The Russian Ministry of Defense said in a statement that an attack by a copter-type UAV took place at around 10 hours Moscow time. It stated the location as a military airfield where the Salt Sea 2 is situated. The statement also said a fire which broke out in the airfield parking lot was quickly extinguished. However, images posted on the social media platform Telegraph showed a large fire engulfing a jet with a distinctive nose cone of the Tu-22. BBC Verify analyzed the images and believes them to be credible.
And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.